USC side of the net. Hawaii getting the side out, and right away they get the first point.
So, Jim, already there are 7-11 keys are coming into play in the first serve of the game. USC having trouble with their passing right off the bat.
Victor Talamoa serving for Hawaii. Price goes to Mulholland. Rainbows will return it. Back set Presho, and that's a double block there by number 2 Underwood, and also Mulholland there. So that is side out for USC.
And that is a big block that Presho's going up against. 6'5" and 6'7". Mark had nowhere to go.
What about the set? Was it a good set for him?
Set was a little off the net, Jim. Talamoa's got to be a little more precise.
Scott right there. That time the set was right on. Side out Hawaii.
Well, out of Victor's first 3 sets, he's gotten 2 assists already. That's got to give him some confidence.
Jason Olive, jump serve, hit the top of the tape, and it will be side out USC. One thing about the men, it is a power game. I mean, it gets dangerous out there sometime. That ball becomes a missile. Serving for the Trojans, Arne Arons from Amsterdam, the Netherlands. Serving for USC. Talamoa goes cross court. Scott blocks. Scott save. Talamoa short set down the middle into the net that time by Masui Allen. That's a point for USC, and we are tied at 1. Arons will serve again for the Trojans.
Time to set just a little bit low to Masui Allen. They're trying to set him out of the back row. He is a leaper and really fun to watch. Very quick.
If you just joined us, Albert Hanneman, the usual setter, the experienced setter for the Rainbows, has been suspended for this series because of the breaking of team rules. According to Coach Mike Wilton, he will not play against USC. 2-1 in favor of the Trojans. Aaron continues to serve. Talamoa goes to Presho. There's an example of Mark Presho, and yet that set wasn't exactly right either. Presho able to adjust, got enough on it to get the side out.
Actually, the location was pretty good. The height was a little low. Mark had to chase it. There's a nice jump serve by Sean Scott.
Good dig in the back row that time by Scott, but side out USC. And Mulholland, Jason Mulholland is the phenom from Cambridge, Ontario. And he is serving now for Southern California. Southern California leading 2-1. Game number 1. Happy you're with us wherever you may be watching us tonight. This is from Venerable Clum Gym, and because of the construction around the athletic department, I mean, it is a job getting here.
It really is. They've got dirt everywhere you turn in building for that new arena. What's happening right now, umpire Guy Owato has been asked by referee John Zabriskie to check Hawaii's lineup. It's possible they were out of rotation or had the wrong server served last time. It looks like they're having to rotate back to the proper spot. And that's what happens if the referee catches a team out of rotation. What they do is they correct it immediately and make sure that the next proper server serves the ball.
This does not bode well for the momentum. Serve for Southern California. They lead 2-1. That serve is long. Mulholland waited and pumped it long. Mark Presho will serve. Jump serve for Presho. That's in. That's an ace. That is the quintessential ace. That's textbook. I mean, save the videotape. You can sell that one.
Absolutely. That ball just had so much speed on there. Mark tries to do it again, but, you know, even serving one out and one ace is not a bad ratio to have. He goes back and does that 15 times. They're going to win the game.
We are tied at 2. Russell Brock serving. That's long by Vail off the very short set by Talamoa. 3-2 Southern California. Brock again will serve. Brock from Baytown, Texas, just over the net. Good serve. Talamoa back set pressure. That's long. 4-2 USC. USC, remember, they are one of the elite. They're up there. Ranked number 5. Rainbows come in at the start of the season ranked number 11. Scott with that very quick hit.
You see a good pass that time by Scott, and he goes to the outside. Talamo sets him all the way out. The SC block split that time. Big hole.
Bale serving. That time it was Underwood. Underwood with the big swing. Side out Southern California. They lead 4-2.
Underwood may be their best athlete. He definitely has the quickest arm swing. And Jim McLaughlin said he hits the ball harder than any athlete he's ever had. That's saying something.
Oh, more than that. Talamoa backs that Scott. That's off the block and out. That will be side out for Hawaii. Aaron's going up on that block for USC off his hands. So Scott will now serve. Sean Scott, middle blocker out of Kailua, Oahu. 6'5", sophomore, jump serve.
Good jump serve, forced a pass to the 10-foot line.
Mulholland blocked by Jason Holland. Great save by Mulholland. Talamoa short set, Holland. Jason Holland. Olive, I mean, people have got to fall in love with his play. He's only a sophomore. He's from Los Angeles, and he would love to do something great against Southern California. Another jump serve by Scott. Aaron's left-handed swing gets it down before Vail. Side out USC, 4-3 USC.
Great story behind Aaron's. He was recruited off of videos sent from Holland, and Jim McLaughlin said he liked the way that he moved on the court. He was spontaneous, he was creative, he was a good floor leader, and he said that's just what USC needed. They brought him in, and now he's starting as a junior swing hitter from Amsterdam, Holland. He spent 3 hours on Saturday at the Art Academy. He's a real art buff. The rest of the guys were at the beach, and Aaron's was studying.
High price serving. Jason blocked at the net. That goes down.
Jim, I watched the alumni game the other night, and I didn't see Jason Olive show nearly as much fire and enthusiasm. He's obviously been saving up a little bit. This team is playing with a lot more spark than they did 5 nights ago.
Into the net, Talamoa. Talamoa still tight, a little tight in this first match of the season. 4 serving 3. Underwood serving for Southern California. They lead by 1 here in game number 1. Hawaii, of course, on their home floor. They've been tough here. Presho almost killed me. Presho almost killed me. I mean, I saw my life flash before my eyes, and it's been a good life.
There it comes, coming right at us across court. What we didn't see was the fact that it almost hit us.
Presho again. That is just long, just long. Oh, Presho is the Voompa man. When he hits, people just hold their breath. It's like he sucks all the air out of the auditorium before that thing hits the ground. 6 serving 3 USC. Bad pass. Mulholland slaps it home, and it's now 7-3 Southern California. Mike Wilton.
When I watched Hawaii play the alumni game tonight, this is one of the things they did well, was block at the net on the left side. Presho that time teaming up with Olive. Presho and Vail is another good combination to watch for tonight. Jason
Olive on the serve. They go cross court to Brock, and this time he gets it in between Allen, Masui Allen, and Vail, who went up.
Great story on Russell Brock right there. They call him Tex. He's from Baytown, Texas. Did not play high school volleyball. His high school didn't have a team. He played defensive back, split in, and ran track. But a great athlete, and has been a starter here at USC since he got there.
Masui Allen, great dig in the back row that time by Underwood, but it goes awry. The effort is worthy of note, however. And it's side out for Hawaii. Masui Allen will serve for the Rainbow Men. Brock. Block was up. Scott was there. Vail was there. But the ball went out. Side out Southern California. Mulholland now will serve for USC. 7 serving 3 here in game number 1. Patty kick at the net.
Oh, major mistake that time by Craig Vail, putting the ball up with the heel of his hand instead of putting the ball up with 2 hands and setting it, controlling it. Puts up with his heel right there and bumps it over the net. No control on that shot. He's got to use 2 hands and set that ball to the center.
8 serving 3. Mulholland again serving. Excellent serve. Talamoa. Rainbows just get it over. Again, advantage Southern California. Perkins off the block. Good save by Allen. Talamoa back sets. goes to Prusho. Comes back to Prusho. Talamoa again, short set. Vale off of Mulholland. Great save by Underwood. Mulholland gets it over. Vale misses on that set by Talamoa. And that's a point for USC. And the crowd here has come. Groans. It was a good volley.
Jim, Hawaii had plenty of chances there. Just a mistimed play there between Vale and Talamoa. Something we'll probably see a lot of early in the season as Victor gets used to his hitters.
Scott off the block. Mulholland launches it to the crowd. Saved by Underwood. Mulholland short. Side out. Hawaii. So Mark Prusho will serve. See if he goes to the jump. He does. Long. Side out Southern California. 9 serving 3. Would that be advisable, Chris, to have that jump serve trailing by 6?
Well, I think Hawaii, the serve in men's volleyball, Jim, is so important now that I think it is advisable for Hawaii to keep jump serving. I just think Mark can take a little bit of speed off that and keep it in play and not just hit it. He's hitting it 100 miles an hour. If he pulls it back to about 50 and keeps it in play, I still think it will give SC problems and it'll go in more. I'm not sure if Mark has a 50-mile-an-hour shot there, though.
3 serving 9. Bale serving for Hawaii. Bump by Brock. Back set by Price. Mulholland. That goes down in front of Scott. That side out USC. Remember, a player from each team will be honored at the end of this match for going beyond the call. GTE Hawaiian Tel will contribute to the University of Hawaii General Scholarship Fund. Perkins pumps it into the net.
Unusual for Jason. He's usually a very high percentage player. In fact, led the nation in kill percentage a couple of years ago. So unusual for him to be serving balls that far into the net.
Mulholland with a crisp, direct boomer.
Remember, he's the guy that plays. He will hit also out of all 6 positions, as he did there.
Price serving. Talamoa sets for Jason Olive. Olive got that ball between Mulholland and Ahrens, and that's something, because that is a very capable block put up by Southern California. That time, Olive able to get it down for the side outs. Talamoa serving. Bumps to Price. Mulholland. Good save by Talamoa. Mulholland again, and that's off the block. Either Mulholland or Underwood that time. They both appeared to have a swing at that. There's a lot of maroon, let's put it that way.
And Victor Talamoa made a nice dig, but he dug it onto USC's side of the court. He's got to get lower there, get his hips under the ball. He just dug it up for a nice, easy hit by the Trojans. They sent 2 guys up for that spike. In either case, it's their ball, their side out.
Boy, Mulholland has been on patrol when he's in the front row. 9 serving 3. Underwood for USC. USC leading. Oh, what a hit. Excellent hit by Masui Allen. That brought back memories. I mean, that was a time machine. That was the A-bomb again.
He really was.
His older brother, Alan Allen. Great vertical leap that time. Hawaii trying to get some points here. Down the middle, good save, but out.
Both teams, Jim, right now going to their combination plays. They're faking the set to the middle hitter, the quick hitter, and going to what they call a combination play or the second hitter. Masui Allen hit one there, and Ahrens hit one for USC. So we're seeing the offenses starting to open up.
Ahrens serving. Scott on the bump. Alamoa, and that's going to be a violation for USC. Reaching across the net. That side out for Hawaii. And Masui Allen will serve. 3 serving 9 here in game number 1.
The rule there, Jim, and for those fans at home watching and don't know the rule, you cannot interfere with the other player's attempt to set the ball on their own side of the net.
When in doubt, go to Mulholland. He has been the key. He's been the catalyst for the success of Southern California here in the first game. 9-3, and the big guy ready to serve again. 6'7", sophomore. Rainbows have made some very tight mistakes.
What TV character does he look like? Quick, Jim, quick.
Well, when
he shaved his head.
Well, when he shaved his head, they called him Bull out of night court. Yeah, but he doesn't have his head shaved. That's probably why. Scott off the block and out. Got it by Perkins and Price. Side out for Hawaii. You see an example of a power game here.
Well, what a game. Sean Scott's having 6 kills, no errors in 9 attempts. He's hitting .667.
Pressure just getting it over the net. Block. That's a bump by Scott. Talamoa back to Scott and in.
Well, Sean Scott is absolutely on fire. Did not play in the alumni game the other night. Was also sitting out a little bit of a 1-game suspension. And due to that hazing incident, same hazing incident, I believe, that affected Albert Hanneman. And boy, is he off to a hot start tonight.
Mulholland, that's into the net. So the big swing yields cord. Now that's 2 points in a row now for the Rainbow Men. 5 serving 9 here in game number 1.
Notice Presho's gone to his float serve. He's stepping way back, serving a float serve, allowing Hawaii a chance to score points. They got another chance right here.
Volley continues. Back set Presho, and that is long. Presho wanted that boompa hit. So side out USC. But there are snatches of brilliance on the part of these Rainbow Men. They will get better as this match goes on. That just clipped the tape. Side out for Hawaii. Crowd here, the ones that have been able to get into club tonight, they're mostly a wait and see crowd. See how the Rainbows perform. Bale gets it across. Price to Mulholland off the block, and that's up around the championship flags. Rainbows sacrifice their bodies, but they don't get anywhere near that one.
Well, that time, Jim, I thought Mulholland stepped on the 10-foot line. Remember, you're a back row player. You're not allowed to step on the line. In my opinion, that time, his foot was clearly over the line. It was a tough call to make, though, because the umpire very often will be watching the net play instead of watching where the hitter's taking off from. So in this day and age of back row attacks, it's a difficult thing to watch for. Ryan Herman in the game now, Seabury playing.
Rainbows get the side out. Talamoa with the dink. 5 serving 9. Here's Sean Scott serving for the Rainbow Men. Front row now for the Rainbow Men. Talamoa, Olive, and Masui Allen. Price to Underwood, and Underwood slams it to the boards.
Underwood is one of the players that Jim McLaughlin thinks can be a 1996 Olympic candidate. He really likes his potential to play the international style of ball.
Olive blocked. Advantage USC. Short set for Mulholland. Miss hit that time. Advantage Rainbow Men. Down the middle to Scott. Great save by Talamoa. Back set by Olive. Allen gets it across. Now advantage Southern California. And the slam home by Underwood. There's an example of why he is so highly touted.
Well, he is quick. He had very little time to get ready for this. Watch how quick he gets up before the block can get set. He finds the seam, finds that hole, and buries it.
10 serving 5 here in game number 1. Ty Price, USC setter, serving. Talamoa bumps it. Masui Allen goes cross-court and kicks it down.
That time a miscue in the USC back row, and their front court player came off for the tip. Shouldn't have. Aaron should have waited because he had neither blocker going up the block. They could have gotten the tip shot. Aaron should have played back for the deep one.
Talamoa serving, bad hit, that time by Aaron. So that's a point for the Rainbow Men. They trail by 4. 10-6 here in game number 1. Talamoa to serve. Victor Talamoa from Pearl City. Talamoa, the junior. Just over the net. Excellent serve. Underwood hits it long. That's a lift. And that's a point for the Rainbows. It is now 10-7. So Mulholland took the brunt of that hit and then said, where's the help? None of it showed up. It's 8 serving 10. Talamoa serving. Underwood off the block. Side out for USC. Jason Olive reacting to that because he knew that he was in position. The ball just went off his hand. Just didn't have it right. Matter of inches. 10 serving 8. Cross court pressure. That'll be returned. Mulholland bumps it. Brock